I think we saw this coming. We have a new Celebration character coming to My Hero Ultra Impact. That character is going to be Celebration Yayorozu. Her kit is very, very interesting to say the least, but we'll talk about that later in the video. We have a bunch of other things coming to the game that we need to talk about first. So the very first thing is we have a rerun of the Gentle Criminal Climax battle. That will be going from the 22nd of September all the way until the 11th of October. So if you never beat Gentle Criminal, this might be your chance. If you have already farmed out Gentle Criminal, you might be really close to having him fully complete level 130 with the extra skill that you can get for him. This will be your chance to get that. If you are in that boat, that would be me. That's where I'm at right now. So I am very excited to be able to get this guy fully completed on his DX route. Besides the Gentle Criminal Climax battle, we have a Club Festival coming back. Club Festival was honestly a massive thing for the game. I really did enjoy it. We've all been wondering when they were going to come out with the next Club Festival. I wish it was like a permanent fixture in the game, kind of like how they added Climax Battle permanently to the menu. I wish they would do that with Club Festival, but that's all right. I'm just glad they're bringing it back. I am excited for it. I really did enjoy Club Festival. And so what you guys are going to want to do for Club Festival to prepare this time around is you are going to want to buff up or beef up your strength and destruction type characters, which guess what? The new summonable characters are going to be strength and destruction, because not only are we getting a Yayorozu, we are also getting a new Bakugo, who we're going to talk about here in a second. But Club Festival is where you take on opponent teams. They are AI teams. They're not player teams, and you have to get as high of a score as you can, and the higher your score you get, the higher you place it within your club, and then the higher score your club gets added all together, the higher they're going to place overall in the Club Festival, and you get some pretty good rewards from participating in the Club Festival. So you want to make sure you beef up your strength and destruction type characters. This Club Festival will be starting on September 26th, so you have a little bit of time to work on those characters, and it will end on October 6th. So the character, the Bakugo, that is coming out besides Yayorozu, Bakugo will actually be coming out first, is a general pool unit. He is getting a new UR memory and a new SR memory on his banner. Unfortunately, guys, no new SR characters either for the event or for the banner, for this banner or the new Impact Fest banner. Just no SR characters, unfortunately, which is fine. I expect we'll probably see one closer to like maybe Christmas would be my guess. They're not going to release as many throughout the year like they used to, because they've caught up on it, having enough SR characters in the game, right? So it's kind of to be expected, but I know a lot of you guys are wanting more SR characters. Not this time, unfortunately. So let's take a look at the event memory for this Flaming Cooking event / recruit, and then we'll take a look at the summonable SR memory, the summonable UR memory, and the new summonable Bakugo, and we'll talk about how good those all are. So this is the new event memory. I actually think it looks pretty decent. I like the art. It is called What's With This Dust. Increases character skill impact by 45% when equipped by a strength type character. Decreases power of all opponents by 15% for 3 turns if there are any male characters on the team. Now, in terms of usefulness, probably not very useful. In terms of art, very, very cool. That's my opinion of it, though. Let me know what you think in the comments. So for the new summonable SR memory, it's called Lifestyle Guidance. Increases character skill impact by 30% if there are any UA High teachers on the team. Decreases action skill impact of all UA High student opponents by 20% for 3 turns, and decreases their critical hit rate by 20% for 3 turns. That could be all right. I mean, it gives you a little bit harder hitting attacks. It lowers opponent skill impact and critical hit rate, I guess. I don't really know where you're going to be able to use this summonable SR memory. Once again, with SR memories specifically, it helps if they have technicals, or it helps if they have critical hits. So far, things that just kind of change stats around like this haven't been super useful, mainly because there's always going to be a UR memory that does similar, if not the same exact things, that does it better with better percentages when it's just changing stats around like this. So the art, Still killing it. Art team always kills it. The effect though, you can live without it. The new UR memory, Dorm Confinement, increases critical hit rate by 45% when character has the ability to overwhelm. This memory is specifically designed for the new Bakugo. Increases character speed by 30% if there are any UA high teachers on the team. After character initiates critical attacks 3 times, cancels 1 temporary buff of all opponents up to 3 times. That's pretty good that a memory gives you the ability to cancel temporary buffs. That's cool. Critical hit rate by 45% is really good when you already have overwhelm. Overwhelm is really good if you don't know. And then increases character speed by 30%. That's good for PvP, right? If there are any UA high teachers on the team, which is easy to accomplish. So overall, I would call this a solid memory, but it's really only going to be useful either on characters that have overwhelm or like mainly the new Bakugo is pretty much what it's designed for. Art team, once again, just killing it. I don't think this art is nearly as good as the last UR art though, I'll be honest, but it's still decent in my opinion. Now the new Bakugo, we have to talk about him. The new Bakugo is he's interesting. He's very interesting. So be careful with getting baited by this Bakugo banner, because the Bakugo banner does in fact come out before the Yayorozu banner. The Bakugo banner, I believe, comes out on the 16th of September and it's going to run until October 1st, whereas the Yayorozu is going to come out on the 22nd of September, so a few days after, and run until October 9th. So if you waste all of your hero gems on the Bakugo banner, you might find yourself without hero gems for the Yayorozu. So this might be one of those scenarios where unfortunately they release too close together. You have to decide which character is more valuable to you. So the plus ultra move, this is a general pull unit too, by the way. Keep that in mind. That just might automatically make the Yayorozu more important, right? And she's on an Impact Fest banner, but you know, do what's best for you. The plus ultra move is called Flash Impact. It deals 700% damage to a single opponent when character has the ability to overwhelm. This skill gains piercing shot and increases character's critical hit rate by 30%. That is pretty good. Piercing shot, increased critical hit rate, 700% damage is actually pretty good when character has the ability to overwhelm, so that's going to make them hit hard already. If you've ever used, you know, Fantasy Bakugo, you know how overwhelm works, so he's going to be fairly decent. Now the problem I do have with him, this is a single target attack, and right now just multi-target attacks kind of reign in Arena. And so at this point, I'd be looking at this Bakugo to be more useful potentially for something like VE Tower. His second action skill is called Crash Burst, deals 300% damage to all opponents with a medium chance, 40%, of blinding them for 3 turns and blocking their buffs for 1 turn. So there's a lot to unpack with this action skill. First off, it is an attack all, which is good for Arena, but that is his only attack all. His second action skill is not an attack all. His plus ultra is not an attack all, so that's his only attack all, so that's okay. He has a 4-turn cooldown, which is good. I like his 4-turn cooldown. He has a medium chance of blinding all opponents. That's pretty decent. I would love to see a Bakugo with a high chance. Like at this point, I don't feel like blind is all that powerful. I don't feel like it's all that good, so you could definitely put a high chance of blinding on, and I feel like it wouldn't be anything too crazy. But that's just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments if I'm crazy for thinking that. Do you think that'd be way too overpowered? I don't know, but that's my opinion of it. And then that's for 3 turns. And then, but here's the big one: blocking their buffs for 1 turn. Blocking their buffs means they won't get extra crit rate, they won't get extra speed, they won't get any buffs that have been added to them. I believe it's temporary buffs, from what I understand. It's temporary buffs, not permanent buffs. If it's permanent buffs too, that's just insane, because then that will block like everything, which would be nuts. But I believe it could also block aggro, like drawing aggro, so I think it could actually be potentially really nuts, right? Like it could be insane. And so there is a new icon. This is a new thing added into the game. This is what it looks like when you block a buff. It'll be put again above a character's health bar, right? And you'll see that their buffs are blocked, so anything that it says they have, like speed up or stuff like that, potentially aggro, they will no longer get for at least that 1 turn. And this is an attack all that has the potential to block at least one of each character's buffs, which is that's decent, right? That's very interesting. And whenever we get a new character like this with a new mechanic, oh, it makes me want to pull for them. It makes me want to pull for them so bad. But this is a general pull character, so you can see why I'm torn, guys. So the second action skill is called Explosive Speed Turbo, deals 400% damage to a single opponent and blocks their buffs for 2 turns. All buffs. So you get to just pick a character and you're guaranteed to block their buffs. It's not a medium chance, it's not a high chance. you block their buffs for 2 turns. That's nuts. That's nuts. Can that just destroy aggro? Can that destroy like tanks who draw aggro potentially? I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's just temporary buffs. I don't know if it's permanent buffs. I don't know. We'll have to see how that ends up working out in the game. Increases character skill impact by 10% for 10 turns, so it's stackable essentially, when used in a successfully executed skill chain. Increases character's plus ultra gauge by 30% when used in a second or later successfully executed skill chain. So a double technical hit. So he has status ailments, double technical hits, good cooldowns. He's going to be a really good VE tower character, right? As for PvP, he could be potentially amazing as well, but it just depends on how crazy that block buffs is. It might not be as good as I'm thinking it might be. It's really hard to say. Now, if this was an attack all where it just negates buffs for 2 turns on all characters, that would be ooh, that'd be broken probably. But I feel like it's all right with just targeting 1 character. I don't know. We'll really we have to wait to see. We have to wait to see. The first auto skill, is called Daredevil. It gives character the ability to overwhelm for 2 turns up to 1 time. So the first 2 turns you're going to overwhelm. Gives character the ability to overwhelm for 3 turns every 3 turns. So starting on the 3rd turn you get overwhelm. So you just always have overwhelm, essentially. Cool. When character has the ability to overwhelm, increases character skill impact by 10% for 10 turns. So another skill impact increase, and critical hit rate by 10% for 10 turns. He gives himself his own crit. That's really good for VE Tower, right? So he's going to be solid, like a very, very solid character for VE Tower. And then auto skill number 2, High Pride. When character has the ability to overwhelm, which is pretty much always, increases character speed by 40%. So from the start of battle, that could be good for PvP, right? 40% speed increase, and critical resistance by 40%. So he's not going to be able to be critted very easily, which is really good for PvP too, potentially. I feel like he's going to be a very solid unit if you want my honest opinion of him. I think for a general pull unit, he could find his place in PvP. I think he definitely has his place in PvE and VE Tower. And on top of all that, his arts, like, I love the Awakened art for Bakugo. This art in particular for Bakugo, I really, really like. But that's my opinion of him. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And of course, towards the end of the video, we'll take a look at his plus ultra animation, along with Yayurozu's plus ultra animation, and we'll kind of compare them and decide what we think about the plus ultra animations, because I have not watched them yet. I will be watching them with you guys here in a minute. So the next banner, this will be starting on the 22nd, like I said, the Impact Fest banner with Yayurozu. This one is cool, but a bit of a letdown to me, I'm not gonna lie. We are getting a new character, and that is it. We are not getting a new memory. This memory is sick. It's really, really good, right? People have used this all the time in the current VE Tower, because we finally got a new VE Tower. They use it. People use it in PvP. People use it just everywhere. It's a really good memory that gives crit rate to all your team if you use in a 3rd successfully executed skill chain. I wouldn't mind pulling extra copies of it necessarily, but I don't know. I wanted a new memory. Yeah, it feels lazy to me that they didn't come out with a new memory, but that's all right. Same SR memory too. So, I mean, yeah, not much else to look forward to on this banner. And if you end up pulling these, you're just going to be sad that you didn't pull the Yayurozu. So I get a little bit scummy. I didn't like that much, but that's all right. So we got the Yayurozu here. Let's look at her kit and see what she can do. So her plus ultra move is called Winning Attack. When it is fully DX, fully level 3, whatever, because you can't DX these yet, sorry, apologies, but when you get to fully level 3, deals 550% damage to a single opponent, increases attack damage relative to character's max HP, increases max HP of all allies by 30% for 3 turns, and shortens their cooldown time by 1. So I am going to point out, this is her only attack skill. This is the only skill that does attack. Look at these. These don't do damage. They don't do anything. Yeah, this is a celebration character. This is nuts. Okay, so I just got to read through this again. There's just so much to attack. Deals 550% damage to a single opponent. Look at that percentage. Okay, pay attention to 550% damage. 550% damage. Going back to Bakugo, general pool unit, deals 700% damage, and they are both level 3s. 700% versus 550%. Now, there is a reason for that, though. There is a very, very good reason for that, okay? And I'll explain it as we go throughout this. Increases attack damage relative to character's max HP. That is the reason right there. That particular line is going to change everything. That could make this character a ridiculously hard-hitting character for this one move that they have an attack on. because they increase their max HP, their own max HP by 30% with their plus ultra move. They also do it with their other skills, and they also have a ridiculously high amount of HP to begin with. So if you look at Yayorozu's stat line right here, you can see that she has 60,000 HP when she's fully DX'd, fully advanced leveled, right? But let's go back to Bakugo just for comparison. His HP at the top end is 49,000. That is how much more HP this Yayorozu has than like average units. Bakugo right here is like your average unit. Most units are around this point for HP. And so Yayorozu has like inherently 10,000 more HP than the average unit. Plus she's going to increase her HP by, you know, potentially 60%. And then she's going to hit harder for the amount of extra HP that she has. Right, so that's going to make this move potentially hit very, very hard. So don't kick this character yet, because when I first looked at this kit, I was like, oh, that's so weird. This is not going to be very good, but potentially could be very, very, very good. So she's going to be a nut support, and then might have potentially one move that just ends the game. It's called winning attack, and maybe it is a winning attack. We'll have to see. So her first action skill is called First Aid. Increases max HP of all allies by 30% for 3 turns, recovers their damage by 30% for 3 turns, and gives them the ability to make a last stand 2 times. That's really good. Cooldown time of 5, unfortunately. I feel like they could have gotten away with cooldown times of 4, but they do shorten her action skill cooldown time by 1, making these cooldown times of 4. But then I feel like you're still, if you want to make use of her, like in PvP, for example, you would have to run Splash to make them cooldown times of 3. That way you never have a dead turn. I feel like that would be potentially better. I don't know. I feel like she'll work well. She will be okay with having the extra cooldown time right here for all allies, including herself. And then I don't know. We'll see if Splash is necessary. But yeah, I think it'll be all right. And then, but this right here, it's like, it's so simple it could be overlooked, but it's nuts, right? Gives all allies the ability to make a last stand 2 times. That's so good. That's so good, right? That's gonna, so if you put this character like on a team with Redestro, for example, he's just never gonna die. He's just literally never gonna die. It's gonna be so annoying. I think it'll be crazy. The second action skill, Advanced Planning Capabilities, cancels the status elements of single ally, excluding character. I do believe with something like this, you can use target mode and target the ally that you want to cancel their status elements on. So keep that in mind. Increases their max HP by 35% for 3 turns. Power by 35% for 3 turns, and critical hit rate by 35% for 3 turns. That is insane support right there, right? Like that is nuts. But you can only give it to one ally, and you can potentially use target mode to target which ally you give it to. So you could give it to herself, you could give it to one of your allies that you think is going to do a lot of damage. It's a game changer, really. So we'll have to see how that works out, or if it's actually beneficial to the game, if it could be used before, like, you know, your team gets wiped out, essentially. Also increases characters plus ultra gauge by 20%. So just, there is a lot going on there. Crit rate plus ultra gauge, power increase, HP increase, cancel status elements, all status elements, by the way, of a single ally. Like that is, it's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And then the first auto skill, the Guts to Fight. When 2 allies get knocked out, they've been doing this recently with knocked out allies. I don't know how much I like those effects, but anyways, when 2 allies get knocked out, increases character's max HP by 30% and gives character Bullseye. Okay, that can be actually useful. Like you have her surviving till the end of a PvP match, your other characters get knocked out. All of a sudden, she has extra HP and she has Bullseye. Could be good. When character is recovering from damage, increases bind and stun resistance of all allies. So all your allies are also additionally going to get bind and stun resistance. So they're going to be resistant to status elements, which is good. And then for the last auto skill, Trustworthy Young Lady, gives character the ability to hide when character does not have Bullseye. So pretty much the whole battle, as long as your allies haven't been knocked out yet, if you have her in the battle from the start of the battle, thinking in PvP here once again, it could even be useful in PvE, but in PvP, gives character the ability to hide when character does not have Bullseye. Whole time she's going to be hiding. Let's say we put this Yayorozu with the Fantasy Sue, who can nullify status elements if we use her in a 3rd successfully executed skill chain, and put them both behind a tank or whoever else you want. Really, you don't even have to use a tank because you don't have to draw aggro anymore because you have 2 hiding characters. You have this character for insane support. You have Sue for insane damage. Could work out really, really well potentially. We'll have to see how that ends up working out. But then when character is hiding, increases speed of all allies by 25%. Okay, really, really good. And critical resistance by 25%. So you're getting that critical resist as well. She could be nuts. She could be really, really good. Now, at first, when I looked at her kit, I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at this kit and I thought, what the crap are they doing? Why are they making another Yayorozu? Because there is another one in the game, the SR version. It's a free-to-play Yayorozu who does no damage like this character. I'm like, why are they doing this to us? Why are they giving us an Impact Vest character who just doesn't do damage? But then I took a second look at her kit. I kind of really paid attention to what she could do, and I think she could be nuts. I think she could be potentially really, really good. Not to mention, the upcoming Club Festival is going to be strength and destruction type characters. Yayorozu is a destruction type character, and the new Bakugo is a strength type character. I think they are both designed to be usable and very friendly for the new Club Festival, and I think this character is definitely going to shine in Club Festival. I think she's going to be necessary, almost is the word, for Club Festival. So yeah, you guys got to decide who you're going to pull for, if you're going to pull for one or the other, or if you're going to pull for both like me. Get ready to spend some money. I'm so sorry. This is, why do they do this to us? I don't know. Character arts. I'm not gonna lie, for the character arts, I am not blown away with Yayorozu's character art, considering it is an Impact Vest character. It's good art, but I would have wanted a bit more for this Impact Vest character. But that's just me. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. With all that said, that is everything coming to the game. We do still need to take a look at their Plus Ultra animations. So we're gonna start with Bakugo, and then we're gonna watch Yayorozu, and I'm gonna kind of give you guys my opinion of whose Plus Ultra animation I think is better at the end of this. So let's do it. So this is Bakugo's Plus Ultra animation. It is only 9 seconds. It is provided courtesy of Hydros Impact. I'm expecting Yayorozu's Plus Ultra animation to be a bit longer because she is an Impact Fest character. So for Season 3 Bakugo, the Strength Bakugo, let's see what his Plus Ultra animation looks like. Okay. Oh, it's literally... Oh. Okay. Okay, it literally looks like the fight with Deku. It looks good. It looks good. I like it. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot, actually. It's at least got a custom background, too. It's not a black background. A lot of times what they'll do with these general pool units when they're feeling lazy is they don't put in a background, right? They put in a background for this, so I'm okay with this. This is actually a pretty good general pool unit. Good. Like, his kit is good. His Plus Ultra animation is good. I'm happy with him. I'm actually happy with him. They even like gave him scrapes and bruises and stuff. And so this Bakugo, you know, he is one of the better Bakugo animations, one of the better Bakugos in game. I think it's going to be interesting for general pool Bakugos, I should say. It's going to be interesting to see how he works out in game. Now we have Yayorozu's Plus Ultra animation already. I can tell you, it's looking amazing. It is a 17-second Plus Ultra animation, so quite a bit longer than the general pool Bakugo. We have a cool background, and I don't know if I said it before, but in case I haven't said it, this is courtesy of Hydros Impact. Go check it out. I try to say that in every video I use his stuff. He's the one responsible for the data mines and stuff like that. Go check out his channel. He does all of these the data mining to get the Plus Ultra animations and stuff like that early. But anyways, here we go. Let's watch this and compare it to Bakugo, see how it looks. But already I'm thinking it's going to look amazing. All right, she's got the megaphone. Okay. Oh, yo. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, her hands look a little bit blocky there at the end, but a little bit blocky overall, I guess. I mean, that is the idea behind My Hero Ultra Impact. I guess I can't be upset about it, but they just look big in comparison to her body on that last like outro scene after winning. Like, do they not? Does that not look? I don't know. It looks a little bit big, but yeah, I like that she's actually. I like they did put detail into this. Yeah, the dolls are cool, and then the fact that she follows up, like it's pretty good. I like it. Honestly, that leap right there is sick. Honestly, it's good, right? It's good. I think, shoot, I'm not sure who I like better. I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not going to say who I like better. I'm not sure. I think I put them about on par. I like that Yayorozu's Plus Ultra animation is longer, so I feel like we get a little bit more out of it. but I put them about on par. Let me know down in the comments. Why don't you guys vote down in the comments whose plus ultra is better? Do you think Bakugo's plus ultra is better, or do you think Yayurozu's plus ultra is better? And then also, please let me know down in the comments whose kit are you feeling more right now, because I feel like they're both interesting and both kind of nuts, and it's going to be such a hard decision. I feel like the decision is made simply by the fact that Yayurozu's on an Impact Fest banner. But then you also got to take into account there's nothing else new on the Impact Fest banner, right? You don't got new memories or characters or anything besides the Yayurozu. Whereas on the Bakugo banner, everything else is new. So, I mean, weigh your options, right? But yeah, that is the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the year. We're getting pretty close to the end of the year. Now, maybe 10,000 was unrealistic. I know that, but I set my goals big. And so we're going to keep attempting to get there. Thank you to every single person that has subscribed so far. I really do appreciate you guys supporting the My Hero Ultra Impact content, the Dokkan Battle content, the Grand Cross content, maybe the Apex Legends content, League of Legends content, whatever you guys may watch here on the channel. I appreciate you guys checking out the channel, watching the channel. Thank you guys so much. Peace.